everybody, and welcome back to 3-2 Brew. Today we're going to be playing through the second half of our Premodern CPL. 16.03, I believe. It's the lead they run on MTGO, so super stoked. I'm 3-0 currently in the league going into the second half here. I hope to cap it out as 6-0. It would be fantastic, but we are playing Goblins. I've been doing the Project Goblin guide for a while now, and I'm very excited running through this again. This deck has felt very good. Major changes. I decreased the number of Goblin matrons, increased the fact that I have Mog Flunkies now. I've also dropped the Wastelands and added 2 Ancient Tombs, which have felt very good so far. Sideboard's a little different than most as well. I got 5 total blast effects. I have a Sharpshooter only in the sideboard. I only own one of these in real life. So I'm going to leave it in the sideboard. Instead, I'm running Goblin King in the main, which has felt medium. And 2 Call of the Claw as well. This card's felt fantastic against control. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, really stoked to get through this league and see how we end up here. I think that this deck is a house, and I really like this rendition of it so far. And I hope that I'm able to cap out, a decent second half of the league here. So, without further ado, let's hop on in. Oh, we got a pretty interesting opening hand here. Not gonna lie. This one's a bit of a keep for science. Having the Natural Forest in hand is a little sketchy, but I do have a Naturalize to be paired with it. I have a turn 2 Matron. Alright, that's a pup. Just Forest go. Or Mountain go, sorry. Lanny has some super sick brews. Not sure if this is one of them or not, but Jackal Pup's kind of a bad look for me, in all honesty. Really nice basics, by the way. I don't know if I've ever seen those Odyssey Mountains. Really sharp looking. Alright, this looks like straight slide to me. This might be a little bold dropping an Ancient Tomb here, but I fear no god. Let's see. What do I want to run in here? I think Goblin King would make him have it, but I think it's actually going to be Ringleader. Let's see if they'll seal fire to clear the way for the Jackal Pup. They will. Well, I'm going to run a Ringleader out. And Yorder, I'm going to sit back, actually. I want to see if they'll burn the next Seal of Fire on this. Bolt up top. I will discard a Lackey. I mean, the Ancient Tomb's kind of tough in this matchup. I didn't really consider that, how much damage I could take off a Tomb if I got it that early versus Sly. Makes sense, though. Another reason why City of Traders would be good. They're representing me at 7 on board for free. I'm going to have to fetch down to 8 if I don't draw a land. There's a floor. I'll be at 6. Bolt. I'm dead. And it's just the way she goes, I guess. Alright, they're going to get in with the pup. I'm going to lay a block down. Another pup, okay. Very nice pickup there. I'm going to lay down a lackey, and then I'm going to lay down a pile driver as well. The Goblin War Chief would have made more sense to develop, but I didn't have a follow-up plan to it anyway. I mean, if they just have ball lightning, I'm screwed. Yeah, they do. Block 2, take 4. Block. Block. Okay. So I'm effectively at 3. Well, you know what? Actually, that's not what we're looking for. If they have anything with haste, I'm dead anyway. So it doesn't really matter. If they got something with haste, they got something with haste, you know? There's nothing I could block. I guess a ball lightning, but they have a seal of fire, you know? GG's. All right. So we are against Sly. What was I on? I was on the draw there. Okay. Let's see. I always screw up my GGs now. I feel bad. I kind of don't hate Color of the Claw now that we know they have Earthquake. Pyrokinesis has some game here. Sharpshooter does not. Goblin King is sick if it sticks, but it's rare that it does. Tinkerer has some run, as does Naturalize. I think Flunkies is very bad in this matchup from my experience, and as is Lackey. Yeah, we're going to take the play here. Man. We're going to keep that. This is a bold keep, Cotton. We get God on a Lava Dart. We can port. Port is really bad against this deck because this is an instant speed deck. But we have the nuts kind of with a Lackey. So I'm going to run it. Yep, that's going to happen. Nothing I can do about it. Port. We're just going to keep them down. Kick them while they're down. I think that, you know, now that I've seen this, I think a Zoran Orb in the side would be a good fit for this deck. Pile driver, any order there. I am going to attack here. I want to put some pressure in on him. And I have a pyrokinesis if I feel the urge. Okay. I'm fine with that. They want to burn a bolt on that all day, every day. I'm going to take a bolt if I want to play this siege gang next turn with the current lands I have. Okay. That sucks. That sucks a lot, actually. We just threw away that naturalize. Frustrating, but we're going to have to do what we can do here. Develop out a siege gang and see how it goes for us. Earthquake would be detrimental. Looks like Lanny has a great tech against goblins. So, not a whole lot I can do about that. But I do think a Zoran Orb would be a nice fit here. Port. Alright, I can play out a Mog Fanatic. Incinerate up top, okay. Bolt. Yep. Tap down the mountain. GG's. Well, that's going to happen. We got slide. The ancient tombs felt really bad there, and that's how it's going to be sometimes. Nothing we can do about it. I think against slide, maybe we need some orbs. I don't think that's a bad idea with this deck construction currently. Just got to figure out a way to stick her in the sideboard, you know? But that's all right. We dropped O2 versus landing on Sly. That's going to happen. I'm all right with that with this Ancient Tomb currently. So let's hop on into the next match. All right, we're on the play versus Seba Rodrig with a Kemba. One of my good friends is a Kemba EDH lover. So I got a lot of love for Kemba. This is an interesting position with these lands. I kept a little bit of a pseudo slow hand. Enchantress. Okay. All right. I'm going to get in here with a lackey. Okay. I'm going to drop in another lackey. And I'm going to port them. I'll let them do their little brainstorming thing. But then I'm going to port them. This has felt like a very difficult matchup for us. All right, I'm going to get in an attack. Okay. I'm going to drop in a War Chief. And then I'm going to drop in a Flunkies. That way I can just slam down a pile driver. I'm not going to port before the Guile clears because I don't want them to know which one I'm going to hit. A lot of their deck is green on the lowdown. I'm actually going to hit the green. Thinking of like the ramping or the growth effects and what have you. There's a lot of action packed in there. Okay, Argothian Enchantress. Let's get in with everything. No blocks. Nothing to drop out here. So go ahead. Let them do their little brainstorming thing. I am going to attempt to take them off of white. I assume they have a backup, but I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, that's the wild growth effect I was talking about. Very cool card. I need to give it a run again. Sarah Sanctum. Wow, could you imagine if they parallax right now? After all this I put down. All right, GG's. I was about to say, I always mess up my GG's nowadays. I don't know what's going on with me. Tranquil Domain. Crypt and Furnace as well. Tinkerer has almost no play here. Goblin King's good, but not great. And Mog Fanatic's worse as well, because they're only really creature. Well, we're on the draw a second time here. We'll see how this goes post board. This is way too slow. I can't be doing that. I got a mold of 6. All right, I can play this. Gem Palm Incinerators, the worst card in this hand. By quite a bit, I think. So I'm going to bottom the Incinerator. I have enough to play the Matrons. Okay, Exploration. It's very good for them, very bad for me. Mountain. I'm going to just pass on through. Naturalize is what I didn't really want. I would rather see Tranquil Domain, but I'll take either or. I hope this is an Enchantress Presence here. That'll be a great snipe with my Naturalize. Sterling Grove. I'd really like to get Phyrexian Furnace online, but I don't want to have to gamble. It's not the business I'm currently in. Okay. You know what? I'm actually going to rip off a Naturalize on the Sterling Grove so they can't tutor. Ringleader's a nice pickup there. Matron. Yeah, I'll use it. What do I want here? What's my best play? They probably have the swords. So I think I'm just going to grab a lackey. See if we can get the swords out of their hand. Okay. You want to talk about an engine? It's quite good. We have no wasteland to deal with that Sanctum. Only way we could deal with it is ports. That was an absolute house of a draw. Okay. Like Goblin Lackey. Do I want to gamble a sweep up here? Yeah, I think I do. Because this completely shuts off their Sarah Sanctum. Very nice. They probably have more, don't get me wrong. But I want to see if they're willing to run Argothian Enchantress into it or not. Another exploration. I mean, that would have been a draw 3. For just relative comparison. Okay. I'm going to get in here. That's what we wanted. Because now, second main, I can... Actually, you know what? I'm a ringleader. Hit 3 Gem Palm Incinerators. I couldn't ask for a worse card to hit. Oh. I know. Oh, that's funny to me. That's too good. That's actually hysterical. I'm a huge fan of that. Miri's Guile to draw 1 for him. Parallax? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Just gonna start by hitting their graveyard here. Okay, Wave's gonna take that out. Here's the thing though, Wave can't take everything out. Wait, Wave can exile itself? Hey, yo, I never realized that. I didn't realize that with Opalescence it could hit itself. Ah, GG's. Okay. Alright, now I understand how that works. I thought you had to have the Parallax tied to go with it. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense. Opalescence is our natural enemy. Okay. I don't know if they're on the replenish plan or not. Sharpshooter isn't going to get where we want to go to. Pyrokinesis. I enjoy pyrokinesis. Probably not going to work either, but that's okay. I'm just going to bring one of them in. All right, let's hit something nice here. This is what we're looking for. This might be a little bold, and maybe I should have mulliganed to like having a source to deal with the lack to having like Tranquil Domain or whatever in my opening hand, but very difficult. Yeah, I think that this is a tough matchup for us. I don't know that the Duress Crew statistics off the top of my head, but it feels like a tough matchup for us at least. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we had the combo turn one. Not the worst thing on earth. It's been worse. All right, Enchantress. Okay. I'm going to turn everyone sideways. I'll put Ringleader in. Okay. I'm going to just continue to chill. I bet you they have it right here. I think they have the tide. Whenever a spell ability causes a land to be put into it. Interesting. Really? Huh. I guess it makes sense. Most lists play a wasteland. I don't know though. I don't know about that one, donkey. I'm gonna send a Gobbo up top here. Use my mana efficiently. Just gonna play out a pile driver. Gonna get in here. They're willing to sacrifice one of their draw engines to stem some bleeding. Yes, they are. Interesting. Yeah, I'll put Mog Flunkies in. Never mad about that. Another exploration, okay. Okay. I'm going to send 2 up here. See what they want to take here. All right, GG's. We took down Enchantress. My first time ever beating that deck, I think. Being on the play helped a ton, but great match there. We were able to pull it off. We had the turn 1 Wombo combo, and not mad about it. Let's hop on over to our next match here. I believe this is going to be our final one. On the play for the final match here. This is an interesting hand. I'm going to keep it. We have ways to beat through both the levels of interaction if they have it. We just need to draw 1 more land and we're in business. So I'm going to lead Lackey and let it get going. Don't know what we're up against. DJ Hadras? Not 100% sure, but nonetheless, dope name. Let me hit. Okay. Gonna drop in War Chief so I can play Flunkies, which will let me then play another Lackey. It's pretty beefy setup here. This could be Bugaloran. This is feeling like Bugaloran to me. Oh, it's Hermit Druid. Okay. Let me hit. Ringleader. Come on, find me a Lackey, or a Fanatic, I should say. Okay. Put in a Siege Gang. Drop in a Fanatic. Pop down the Druid. Ancient Tomb. Hold back the Pile Driver. So this is Hermit Feb. I'm going to guess. It's Hermit regardless. We're going to need to bring in... Get how they win. But we're going to need to bring in... Probably Pyrokinesis. Crypt, Furnace. I don't think there's a sweeper from this position, but maybe. All right, Pedal. I have no clue if they could just combo me right now. All right, reanimate that. Just gonna hit this with a Goblin. GG's. All right, can't mess around. Oh man, restart got me bad. Is this a matchup where I want Pyrokinesis? Goblin Sharpshooter might be good. Put that in the maybe. Both these are going in the maybe list. We definitely want these two. I don't know if they use Naturalize. Looks like they were on a bug plan. I don't know Full English Breakfast very well. They have blue, though. Do I want Blasts? Sharpshooter, pyrokinesis. I actually think pyrokinesis is what we want. I'm gonna bring in is there a blue card? I guess if they have a counter spell or a piece of interaction. Not 100% sure. I don't think we're gonna need the Tinkerer here. They do have black. Goblin King can go away, I think. Matrons are good because they can tutor up what I need when I need it. I think just 2 more flunkies. I'm not 100% sure how that deck really operates. I'm just too much of a noob to really know. But, alright. This is a keepable hand. We got double blast plus a lackey. On the draw, I don't really love this as much, but I'm going to keep it. Okay, let's see if they block here. They do. Okay, and I'll just say go ahead. I think we might be a turn too slow. I assume they reanimate with that no thought block. Oh wow, they had a backup. Can't win them all. Okay. Well, we got a little unlucky. It's alright. I don't think they could have I don't know if there's a blue card I really need to interact with. So I'm pretty sure they just combo. Like right here, right now. Okay. They get a green. Okay. Let me see their deck. Please. Therapy, Tutor, Suture Ghoul. That's the big boy. Okay. 2 stifles. Alright, so I don't really need the blasts. Frozen Wreck. They got Naughts in here. Shallow Grave. Suture Ghoul, and then Dragon's Breath when it comes back. Okay. GG's. Let me actually quickly take a snipping of this. That way I have it on hand for when I need to have it on hand. It's a 50-50. I can't stop that. Oh man, why does this keep doing this? Please stop. Alright, so they had 2 stifles. I'm going to take out both my blasts. I just can't. I don't think that's the axis we want to fight on. You know what? Let me pull this up. Dragon's Breath. They only have 1 of them. I think I want my Naturalizes. A Tranquil Domain. And take out the last Pyrokinesis? Yeah. It's a very odd call. They have any sweepers or anything? They got Duresses. Okay. Got a mulligan that. It's not doing enough. Okay. I'll keep that. I'm going to stick Mountain to the bottom. And I'm going to play Lackey here, even though I don't really have a good threat for it. Data. Okay. Oh, I still have a blast in here. I didn't even realize that. Okay. We're going to attack with Fanatic. Illusion Forest. That's a tough one for me. They can't really take a good card, I guess. Okay. The issue is they're going to get a flashback. Yeah, I might just be dust here. That's a bit of a bummer. Not going to lie about that. They're going to get to activate, and then they're just going to flashback therapy. Or not. Pile driver. Okay. Why would they do that? Oh, that's an instant. Okay. Just shove the reanimate. Ha! Oh, this is frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Man. Didn't draw anything else I needed. GG's. That's very, very frustrating. Wow. What a tough loss in this final match. Gonna keep me out of the playoffs, too. What I can do about it. Just unlucky a bit, but we tried everything we had. We had the kinesis and everything, but it is what it is. Let's go to the recap here. Well, we ended up going 4-2. A bit disappointing that we lost that last one there to, I guess it's not Feb. I don't know what you call that. Angry Hermit? I think that's Angry Hermit, actually. But we dropped it to Angry Hermit. They just had all the pieces, and we had no way to deal with it. Didn't hit any of our graveyard hate. The deck felt great. I just want to go on record. We dropped a game to Sly and a game to Hermit, Angry Hermit. I don't even know what to call that, in all honesty. But regardless, I don't know that deck very well. Very sorry. Everyone watching is probably like, oh, what a schlub. I don't know that very well. But what I can say is that overall, this deck felt very, very good. Much better than it previously did. The Ancient Tombs felt so good. So good. Just being able to accelerate huge ups. Really, really, really enjoyed that. The sideboard needs some work. I just don't know what needs work. That's kind of the issue. Like, I don't personally know what we need to do with the sideboard. And I'm very torn on it. And I'm getting to the point where today is, the first week of February, and the first week of March is March 1st, I believe, is when I have that the regional. And I need to have this deck dialed in and really, thought about every single major matchup that we have. We are pretty soft to blue decks, but do I need 5 blast? I really don't know. I think we need a Zoran orb, but I just don't know what we cut. My biggest question is, like, do we need pyrokinesis? And it's honestly like, let me know below, because I don't know if we need pyrokinesis. I also don't know if we need Goblin King. I'm trying to think of a matchup where Goblin King is good. Because, let's talk about it for a moment. Goblin King against Goblins is not good, because it gives their Goblins Mountain Walk as well. against Sly, it just dies to a shock, which is 90% of their deck. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's really a good position for a Goblin King as a Lucy. I have had the messages saying that run like 3 of them. I don't think that's correct. I like the little bit slimmer build with Mog Flunkies. Which makes you wonder, like, do I want Goblin King? I just don't see a matchup in the format currently where this is good. I guess maybe Elves, because they need to have their land for anger, but we have Sharpshooter for that. We got 3 copies effectively with Matron. So, I don't know. Maybe the Sharpshooter goes back in the main board and you drop the Goblin King, which frees up a slot plus a Pyroblast, and then you just add 2 Zoran Orbs. I mean, maybe we just don't even respect the graveyard. Like, honestly, I guess Pyrokinesis does some work still, but I don't know. I'm going to toy around with it and just see what I think works the best. I just don't think King really has a great matchup. Sadly, I love the art on this King here. I don't have that actual art IRL. But yeah, everyone, this deck felt so much better. Thank you so much for your feedback and like telling me to really push the flunkies. I think a 2-time Goblin Matron feels pretty good. There's times where I would maybe want 3, but they're kind of far and in between. The Ancient Tomb as well felt fantastic. Seriously, being able to accelerate out, like when we had that Goblins mirror and I was able to accelerate a ringleader on their same turn, basically, I just felt a lot better. I was able to keep pace so much better. I was able to stay in the game. Yeah, it does 2 damage, but it still just does work. So it's really, really bad against Sly, and Sly shows up a lot, you know, online and in person, because it's just one of those decks that's very easy to build. I build it. It's my like a first IRL deck. I love that deck. So I think that we need to really respect Sly and drop 2 Zoran Orbs in the sideboard. I just don't know what we're going to cut to make it fit. Color of the Claw against our control matchups feels so good. Like, unbelievably good. So, I mean, I just don't know. Like, for, like, the Terravore matchups, or, like, Armageddon, do we need Crypts? Like, what, do we just not respect the graveyard? It's kind of what I'm wondering. I don't know yet. I'm very much on the fence about it. I'm going to think about it. But yeah, everyone, sadly, I don't think I'm going to make the playoffs. I was so close. I haven't made the playoffs in like 2 years. In Premodern. I hope everybody who comes to watch these videos isn't watching for really, really good, tight, and winning gameplay. Because sadly, you're not going to find it. You'll find a lot of, you know, losing records, sadly. Which is cool with me. But I hope everybody enjoyed. This was a good showing for Goblins. Currently, I believe I am 10-3 with this version of the deck, which is awesome. But gonna keep testing. I'm probably gonna run this a couple more times and just see how I feel about like Goblin King as a whole, and then probably make a swap and try and figure out the sideboard a bit more. So I hope everybody enjoyed. I appreciate you all watching. Genuinely, anyone who leaves a comment, I love you. Thank you all very much. Aragorn's leaving comments on every single video. Huge homie, much appreciated. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been 3-2 Brew, and until next time, cheers.